you talk about history. This place has all the history you ever wanted, doesn't it?
Sure, it does. We have 450 years of history here in this lighthouse.
We found upon visiting St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city, is the St. Augustine Lighthouse on Anastasia Island.
This tower here was started in 1871. It was finished in 1874. And then the keeper's house, that's out behind us here, that was finished in 1876. But this tower actually replaces a series of other towers that were here, or beacons that were in St. Augustine. St. Augustine is the nation's oldest port. Since 1565, we have had to have some method of safe navigation for our inlet, our channel to the sea.
At 165 feet in height, the St. Augustine Lighthouse casts a light that can be seen up to 20 miles away.
The St. Augustine Lighthouse, for mariners that were approaching the coastline here, indicated they had arrived at St. Augustine. Our night signal and our day mark, so that the light flashing pattern and the paint scheme for the lighthouse with our black and white spiral stripe and red top, can only be on the Atlantic coast St. Augustine. Every lighthouse is different. So when you saw this tower, you knew that you must be in St. Augustine. There was no other place to be.
The job of lighthouse keeper wasn't for the meek or the weak.
Now this is the old oil tank where they'd come over and fill it up when they went up, huh?
This is one of at least 8 oil tanks that have been here in the oil room.
And they would fill this with oil, and it weighed approximately what, 30
About 30
pounds?
pounds,
And you have like a 30-pound weight in there to give you an idea?
Yep, and there it is. Yeah, you wouldn't want to arm wrestle a light.
I don't think you'd want to take that all the way up to the top. Not every 2 hours.
If you didn't, you'd have to find some other line of work.
A trip to the top, 219 steps in all, provides quite a physical workout. And once you're up there, the view is spectacular.
Let's talk a little bit more about the people who go up here to work. This is a full-time job for these people, is that right?
Lighthouse keeping in history has been predominantly characterized as a lonely and arduous sort of task or occupation. You gotta always get up and always make sure that the light is on. That's your first job, is to maintain the light station. Secondarily, all lighthouse keepers look for shipwrecks. They are the guardians of the coast.
The area of the lighthouse is brimming with history. In 1513, Ponce de Leon claimed Florida for the country of Spain. In September of 1565, Don Pedro Menendez de Aviles, with 700 soldiers and colonists, landed here and founded St. Augustine, and it became the first American city. And speaking of Aviles, this street, named after him, is the oldest street in America. Castillo de San Marcos National Monument is one of St. Augustine's most impressive historical landmarks. Its construction by the Spanish started in 1672, making it the oldest masonry fortification in what is now the United States. The Castillo de San Marcos replaced 9 earlier wood defenses which had rotted away. And while in St. Augustine, of course, you can always visit the Fountain of Youth from Ponce de Leon's days. This 100-year-old feels like 20. The city of St. Augustine, the oldest city in the nation, definitely has dozens of restaurants and museums, all sorts of eye candy for you to see, so pay them a visit. Meanwhile, back at the lighthouse,
and of course the lighthouse keeper had to have a place to stay. These are the quarters, huh? Right here? Not too bad. Looks like pretty nice plush living.
This is a government duplex. You've been staying in a 19th century government duplex. So, the government's providing you with everything you need because in the case of a lot of light stations, you're so remote you have to have everything. Everything including your own schooling. You might be on an island that's remote and 3-hour boat ride to get to, so you don't have a teacher.
I was going to ask you about that. How do they teach them? Do they teach them at home schooling?
The lighthouse establishment had a series of traveling libraries that would go from light station to light station.
After 140 years of service, the St. Augustine Lighthouse continues to light up the night, keeping those who travel these Florida waters safe and sound. R.J. Fritz, out and about for Life to the Max.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.